Making new friends. Sebrina reaches the city without any problems. She thought her parents, and especially her twin, would feel the breaking of the bond with the pack. Sebrina knows that when she and her sister were young, they used to be connected uniquely as they were twins. But as they grew older, the bond became less noticeable, as Leona pushed her away for her friends. At first, Sebrina was sad about losing her sister. However, later she realized that her sister was not a nice person and was very selfish. So she started to distance herself from her twin, and the twin bond became weaker. Sebrina got her wolf at a very young age, but she told no one, and Ruby helped her keep Leona out of her thoughts. Leona did not like it, as she would always tease Sebrina about her dreams. Sebrina had a special bond with Ruby and sometimes talked to her when she was alone. She never let her parents or sister find out that the moon goddess gave her her wolf as a gift at a young age because she felt sorry for Sebrina being alone. She knew Sebrina was alone and needed someone to keep her company. Selene, the moon goddess, would talk to Sebrina sometimes when she was alone in the woods and tell her that she must not feel alone and scared, as she had a unique plan for Sebrina, and one day she would be loved by someone specially picked for her by the moon goddess herself. Sebrina does not believe it, as she thinks no one will ever love her. She is ugly in her own eyes, and she will always come second to her beautiful sister Leona. No one can blame Sebrina for thinking that way, as her parents chose Leona, and now their mate. Sebrina sighs as she walks deeper into the city. She will stay in a hotel tonight and start looking for a job tomorrow. She knows she cannot stay too long in the city, as Leona might find her, but she will remain in the side of the city Leona and her friend will never put their foot in, as it is not up to their standards, and she never visits the cheap shops in the city. It will also be easier to find a low-paying job in the proper side of the city than in the upper-class side of the city. Apartments will be cheaper, and her cost of living. She wants to study, but will have to do it online, as she cannot dare go to a university in the city. Leona and her friends might decide to go to a university in the city and find her. Sebrina finds a decent-looking hotel and books herself a room. The guy at the front looks at the young girl. He can smell she is a rogue like him. His girlfriend is also working at the hotel, and they hardly meet other werewolves in this part of the city.
"Excuse me, but why did you leave your pack?"
Sean asks the young werewolf girl. But of course, there is nobody at this time of night, and they do not have cameras installed in the hotel. "You're a rogue as well?" Sebrina asks.
"Yeah, from the Crimson Moon Pack. Alejandra and I pissed off the alpha of all alphas, the uncrowned king of werewolves. We had to flee our pack. My name is Sean, by the way," Sean says.
"How the hell did you piss off Blaze Walker?" Sebrina asks. Everyone knows the alpha of the Crimson Moon Pack. They know he has no mercy for his enemies, and he will come after you and kill you if he has to.
"I will tell you later. But what about you? Why did you leave your pack?" Sean asks.
"Well, I have a twin sister. We had the same mate, and he chose her. She does not want to take the chance with me being around and wants to kill me. I'm from the Redwood Pack, or rather, was. My name is Sebrina," Sebrina says.
"You chatting up other girls again?"
A female voice comes from the back. Sebrina turns around and sees a beautiful black-haired she-wolf standing behind her.
"Alejandra, can you stop being so jealous? This is Sebrina from the Redwood Pack, and she just arrived and needs our help," Sean says.
He quickly tells Alejandra what Sebrina told her.
"What a bitch of a sister you have, you poor thing. Listen, we are a few rogues living and working in this hotel. I will organise a job, and you can stay with us at our house. It is old but big, and a few rogues live with us,"
Alejandra says. She can feel the beautiful redhead is not a threat to her and is not interested in Sean. "Thank you. Will you do that for me? You do not even know me," Sebrina says.
"We're a bunch of misfits, but we're all lovable and get along. You'll fit in with us as long as you're not afraid of being caught with us. Blaze is after us, but it's difficult for him to find us in the city as there are so many humans around, and we can help protect you from your family and pack,"
Alejandra says. "I will appreciate your help. Thank you," Sebrina says. She is shy, and although her temper can get out of hand, sometimes she tries to keep it under control. Yes, she is a loner and let her sister and family walk all over her, but that was because, although they mistreated her, she still loved them. Now she is free, and she does not feel a fuck about her family anymore. However, if she can get one of them alone, she will fight them, even if she has to die. She is sick of being stepped on, and it is time she stands up for herself.
Well, our shift ends in about half an hour, so if you wait, we'll take you to our house, and you can have a room to stay in for as long as you like,
Sean says. How can I ever thank you? I have money, and I will buy us some food, Sebrina says.
Save your money, darling. We may need it when we have to flee from Blaze again.
I will do that, and I will try and help you with Blaze, Sebrina says. Sean and Alejandra laugh.
You never met Blaze, did you?
Alejandra asks. No, but he cannot be as scary as a sister and parents that want to murder you, Sebrina answers.
Wait until you meet him, and you will sing a different tune,
Sean says. They talk until it is time for the couple to go off duty. They take Sebrina with them to their house. Sebrina meets the rest of the misfit pack of rogues.
Well, you asked us what we did to piss off Blaze. I used to be his beta, and Alejandra used to be his gamma. When we turned 18, we realised we were mates, and Blaze did not believe in the mate bond. Blaze was angry, as he did not find his mate in his pack, and we suggested he starts looking for his mate in other packs, but he laughed and told us that the mate bond makes you weak. It pissed him off, and he removed us as his beta and gamma, and told us we could only be regular members of the pack, since we were weak as a mate makes you vulnerable. When we were in a fight, he did not want his beta and gamma to look out for each other and put the pack second. We told him that's not how the mate bond worked, and we will always put our pack first. He did not believe us and wanted us to fight each other for the beta position to show our loyalty to him and not each other. We tried to explain to him it's not how it works. We would die for our pack, but refused to fight each other, and he saw us as traitors to him, the alpha. His sister tried to stand up for us, which pissed him off even more, as she is his only family since his mother and father died at the hands of vampires, trying to protect each other, their children and their pack. He told us we had a choice, leave the pack, and he would hunt us until we were dead, or show our loyalty to him. And you can guess, we chose to run. He gave us a head start, and we ran into the first city we could get, knowing there were many people around. We've been here for 6 months now, and he has not caught us. Don't get us wrong, and do not blame Blaze for not believing in the mate bond. He's hurt, and he felt his parents were weak because of their bond, and he felt his parents were fighting more for each other than him and his sister. He hates the mate bond, as he blames it for everything that went wrong in his life. Blaze never met his mate, which made him believe that the mate bond is a myth. Blaze is older than us, but maybe he will find his mate and believe and feel what we feel one day. I cannot give up on him, as he was always like an older brother to me and always protected our pack and his sister with everything inside him. Sean explains. Alejandra looks at Sean and shakes her head.
Sean, you know you're lying to our new friend. The truth is we were his beta and gamma, and we killed the she-wolf he was about to make his Luna, as she was not his mate. Yes, Blaze does not believe in the mate bond, but he wanted us to fight each other, as we killed the alpha's daughter that he wanted to make his Luna merge the packs. His sister asked us to do it, as she could not stand the soon-to-be Luna, who was a bitch. His parents are alive but retired, and Sean is a drama queen that likes to make up stories, and if I'm not there for him, he will tell tales all the time.
Alejandra says. I like my story more, Sean says, and the rest laugh. You're funny, Sean, and I believed you, Sebrina says.
Yeah, he is funny, and he should write stories, but we had to run when Blaze found out we killed Jasmine, and he's still looking for us, as it put our pack at war with Jasmine's pack, but Blaze defeated them and took over the pack anyway.
Alejandra says. Did Blaze lose a lot of pack members due to the war? Sebrina asks, as she can understand why an alpha will be furious if his beta and gamma start a war by killing his chosen Luna.
No, he lost no men or pack members, and he realised that the pack was not even as strong as they were pretending to be. but he still blames us for putting his pack in danger.
Alejandra says. I can't say I blame him. If I were an alpha, I would have been mad as well. But you had your reasons, and I'm not going to judge you. But maybe you should have done your homework and told Blaze the truth, and he would have left her and her family to live in peace, but maybe looked for his true mate. Sebrina says. She smiles as she sees the two faces in front of her.
You do not know Blaze. He's not an average alpha. He will never listen to reason, and would not even listen to his parents and sister. That's why his sister asked us to kill the bitch and helped us escape,
Alejandra says. She sighs. She misses her pack and her parents, but she knows she can never go back until Blaze finds his true mate and forgives her and Sean for taking matters into their own hands. Well, hopefully I will never meet him, and we can live here in peace for a long time, Sebrina says. But little did she know, their peace would not last that long, and that Blaze was hot on the tails of her two new friends. Their peace would only last for about 6 months, before they had to run. The alpha of all alphas. Blaze Walker sits in his office in the pack house of the Crimson Moon Pack. He's irritated as he cannot find Sean and Alejandra. It has been more than 6 months now since they ran away. Yes, he is mad at them, but they are his beta and gamma, and he is not going to kill them for killing Jasmine. They did him a favour, as her father lied to him about being a powerful, wealthy pack. As a matter of fact, they lost most of their land to the Redwood Pack. The Redwood Pack is growing more powerful daily, and they are almost bordering his lands. He does not like the new alpha of the Redwood Pack, as he is cocky and has no respect for other packs. They say he has a beautiful Leona, but she is rude and full of herself. He does not like she-wolves that think they can run the pack alone without the help of her alpha, and she is the one pushing to get more land and become more prosperous. Her name is Leona, and she thinks her beauty is everything and can win any wolf's heart, even his. Blaze laughs. He has no mate, and he will never have a mate. They are just a headache. We got a lead on Sean and Alejandra, Alpha. They're working at a hotel in the city, Jack, his temporary beta, says after walking in. Great. Let's go check it out, Blaze says, and walks out of his office to his SUV that is already waiting for him. They don't care about the Omega cleaning the office as they walk out. She quickly pulls out her cell phone. She calls her brother Sean and warns him that Blaze is on his way. He found us, Sean says to Alejandra.
Shit, we better run,
Alejandra says. But he will be here soon, so we need a distraction, Sean says. Sebrina, who is also working at the hotel, hears them talking. Guys, you run. I will keep him busy as long as I can. Then take the train to New York, and the rest of us will meet you at the Central Park at midnight tomorrow night, Sebrina says. She has become like a leader among the group of misfits. She is clever and becomes more beautiful daily. She only has a little freckle left on her nose that everyone thinks is cute. Her red hair is longer now, and she trains at a martial arts school every day, so she has a body to die for. Sebrina does not realize how beautiful she has become, and that she is more beautiful than her sister. Her green eyes sparkle. She smiles a lot more now that she has found a family that loves her and care about her, even if they are a bunch of misfits. Okay, Alpha, we'll meet you in New York tomorrow night, if you live to tell the tale, Sean says. Sean and Alejandra leave and take the back streets to their old house. They run as fast as possible to the train station and get on the first train to New York. Not long after they left, Sebrina smelled coffee and cream. The smell is pleasant, and she wonders who is making coffee this time of night. A big alpha walks into the hotel, and he stands still and sniffs the air. Something smells nice in here, like honey and cinnamon. His wolf is awake, and like him, he is looking around. Blaze walks towards the counter, and Sebrina almost runs away as she realizes that the smell is coming from the alpha. Mate, Ruby whispers. No, mate. We already had one that rejected us. Remember? Sebrina whispers back. Blaze heard her whisper and looked at the red-hair she-wolf at the counter. Mate. Domino, Blaze's wolf, whispers. No, I'm not your mate, Sebrina says as she starts walking backwards. She knows that the wolf standing in front of her is Blaze Walker, and he will tear her apart, as he wants no mate. Besides, the first few nights after she came to the city, she cried her heart out because of Josh when no one was around. She does not want to go through that again. She did not know Blaze was this big and scary.
"Where are Sean and Alejandra?" Blaze asks, ignoring the fact that he is talking to a she-wolf that has the interest of him and his wolf.
"I don't know who you're talking about. I do not know someone called Sean or Alejandra," Sebrina says. She cannot help but feel hot and cold at the same time. He is one good-looking man, but she does not want to get hurt again, and he looks like he is not even interested in acknowledging the bond between them. Blaze walks closer to the red-haired woman that smells of honey and cinnamon, two of his favourite things in life.
"Your heart is beating too fast, and you are sweating. It means you are lying to me. I do not like little girls that lie to me," Blaze says.
"My heart is beating fast because you are scary. I'm sweating because I know I do not know who you are looking for, and you will not believe me and most probably kill me because I am a rogue," Sebrina says.
"Do you know who you are talking to?" Blaze asks.
"Yes, you are Blaze Walker, Alpha of the Crimson Moon Pack," Sebrina says.
And you think you can fool me? Where are they?" Blaze asks.
He stays calm, although he feels like he can grab this she-wolf and take her to his pack house. He can think of many things he can do with her all night. She is beautiful and apparently his mate. Such a shame he does not believe in the mate bond. Who wants a rogue as a mate anyway? Maybe he should kill her now and get it over with.
"Alpha, maybe they use different names," Jack says. "Show her their photo," Blaze says.
Sebrina takes the photo from Jack and looks at the happy couple as if she saw them the first time. "Nope, never saw them in my life before," Sebrina says. She stands her ground as she does not want Blaze to know she is scared as hell. She cannot show her weakness again.
"You are lying, and I will lose my temper," Blake says softly, but his voice sounds deadly.
"You can lose your bloody temper as much as you like, but I cannot tell you where they are," Sebrina says, and this time she is losing her temper as she looks at the Alpha that doesn't want to leave. She does not know where Sean and Alejandra are now. They're hopefully on a train to New York by now.
"Well, then there is just one other thing I can do. I, Blaze Walker, Alpha of the Crimson Moon Pack," Blaze starts.
"Oh, wow. Let me help you there. I, Sebrina Dawson, rogue without a pack, reject you, Blaze Walker, Alpha of the Crimson Moon Pack, as my mate and Alpha."
Sebrina interrupts Blaze. "Accept you, Sebrina Dawson, as my mate and Luna to the Crimson Moon Pack, and I reject your rejection."
Blaze finishes his sentence. Blaze is fast and grabs one of Sebrina's Misfit Pack members. They are not an actual pack yet, but are planning on becoming one when they can find grounds to live.
"Accept me as your mate, or this little boy over here will get his neck snapped," Blaze says.
Sebrina knows that as soon as she accepts the mate bond, Blaze will have a link with her, which is the only reason he accepted her as his mate. Sebrina looks at Mikey, the youngest of their pack of misfits, and she cannot let Blaze kill him. She bites on her teeth. Why the hell did she give him her name? "I, Sebrina Dawson, a rogue without a pack, accept you as my mate, an Alpha Blaze Walker," she says. He let go of Mickey, and he and his man start walking to the SUV. Sebrina grabs Mickey and runs as fast as she can into the street through the kitchen. She needs to get to the house and leave as quickly as possible. Blaze walks to the SUV and waits for Sebrina to follow him. He is not planning on going through with the lunar ceremony. He will reject her once he has what he wants. As he and his man turn around, expecting to see Sebrina following them, she is not there. Sebrina and Ruby know that the Alpha of the Crimson Moon Pack was using her, and they have a bond now, but he will not mark her yet, so the bond is not strong enough to know where she went. He cannot even mind-link her, as she is not his Luna yet, and not part of his pack yet. He has to mark her and complete the ceremony to make her one of the pack. Blaze swears as he walks back to the hotel, but there is no one there, and he follows her scent but loses it quickly, as the city is big and full of people and smells. Blake is furious as he walks down the street to see if he cannot pick up her scent again, but it is gone. and he turns around and goes back to his SUV. He does not know why he is so upset, as he knows he will find her again. He has friends all over the States, and they will help him find her. What if something happens to her? Domino asks. He sounds worried. Then she is dead, and I don't have to worry about having a mate I don't want. Blaze tries to shut Domino up. What if she sleeps with another wolf? She is beautiful, and I know there will be many wolves who will want to warm her bed. Domino asks. The wolf inside Blaze smiles as he can feel Blaze getting angry and jealous. Then I will have to kill both of them. She is mine, my Luna, Blaze says in his anger, and Domino laughs. Blaze is pissed off by his wolf and pushes Domino to the back of his mind, but Sebrina in the arms of another wolf keeps haunting him. Blaze is in a bad mood. Why did you not watch her? Blaze shouts at his men that were there with him. We thought she would follow you, Alpha. She's our Luna, and no woman ever tried to run away from you, Alpha, Jack says. Well, she is no ordinary woman. First she lied for her friends, and now she ran from her Alpha. Find her. Then you tell me where she is, so I can go to find her on my own. I want no other male wolf near my Luna. Is that understood? Let all the wolves in the States know that Sebrina Dawson belongs to me, and if someone as much as lays a finger on her, they will die, Blaze says. Yes, Alpha, Jack says. He never saw Blaze acting like this, as if he is jealous and protective over the beautiful redhead. If you think of her as beautiful one more time, I will snap your neck, and I'm not jealous or protective, Blaze says, but Jack can only smile and shake his head. He will have to learn to put up his mind shield when thinking of their new Luna, or he might end up dead.
Well, looks like we have a second chance mate, but he would probably kill us when he finds out,
Ruby says to Sebrina. Yeah, we're unlucky in love. We end up on someone's hit list whenever we find a mate, Sebrina says dryly. She reaches the old house and tells the misfits to pack as they are leaving for New York.
Sebrina is Blaze Walker's Luna, and she ran away from him when he forced her to accept him as her mate.
Mickey tells the other misfits. Of course, they want to know everything about what happened, but Sebrina hurries them up as she knows Blaze will not stop until he finds her. We will tell you everything on the train, Sebrina says. As they reach the train station, it is crawling with the Crimson Moonpack wolves. She knows they are looking for her and send the misfits to the train independently. Unfortunately, she will have to think of another way to leave this city. Luckily, her hair is covered by a hoodie and the wolves have not spotted her, but they are checking everyone getting on the trains. Help from a witch. Sebrina is standing looking at the train station when someone talks behind her. She spins around ready to fight, but she is not going to let Blaze catch that easily. He can make her accept him as her mate and alpha, but he cannot make her become his Luna without marking her and doing the Luna ceremony. He cannot bully her into that one.
Sorry, I do not want to fight. My name is Willow, and I'm a witch. I can see you are in a dilemma. I can help you, but then you have to help me. I have no coven, as the other witches threw me out when my parents died, because my magic does not always work as I want it to. And even if I practice, it is a mess. My spells also only last 10 minutes, but I think I can turn you into an old lady, and we can catch the train with your friends. We need to hurry, though,
Willow says. She had been listening when the wolves were talking, and she wanted to help. Besides, she has been lonely and needs some friends. Oh, okay, let us try it, Sebrina says as she is desperate. Willow casts her spell on Sebrina, and Sebrina turns into an older man.
Oops, you are an older man, not a lady,
Willow says. Sebrina smiles. It does not matter. Let's go before the train leaves, or the spell wears off, Sebrina says. So they run to the train, and the wolves do not even look their way. Finally, they reach the train in time, and as they sit down, the spell wears off, but the train doors are closed, and Sebrina ducks down so the wolves would not see her. Luckily, both Sebrina and Willow already had tickets. Willow was on her way to New York anyway. She knew her coven did not want her in the city anymore. The other wolves see Sebrina and wonder how she got past Blaze's men.
Sebrina,
How'd you get past Blaze's men? Mickey asks. Blaze and his wolves did not get a good look at Mickey, so they did not spot him. He was merely a hostage to get what Blaze wanted. Willow helped me, Sebrina says, and introduces the little witch to the rest of her band of misfits. She told them how Willow turned her into an older man and how they sneaked past the wolves. Then finally the train starts moving, and Sebrina and the rest of her misfits sigh in relief. Willow, this is my band of misfits. Mickey over here was an orphan that ended up in a human orphanage. When he turned the first time, he caused havoc in the orphanage. They thought a wolf escaped the zoo, and human hunters went after him with sleeping darts, and almost caught him when he ran into Sean and Alejandra. But they saved him and took him in. You'll meet Sean and Alejandra in New York. Sean and Alejandra were the beta and gamma of the alpha that was chasing us. I'm glad we are all safe and out of Boston, Sebrina exclaims.
And the rest of you?
Willow asks. She feels like she will fit in with the misfits, as she is also one.
I am Helena. I was banned from my pack, for my pack, as they are old-fashioned and could not handle my goth ways, and my piercings and tattoos.
The girl with black clothes, a ring nose and a lot of earrings says. She has a giant tattoo of a wolf on her arm and shoulder. We're Chris, John and Nathan, her triplet. Our father wanted us to fight each other for the beta position in the Black Forest pack, and when we refused, he chased us away and made our younger brother the beta. So we ran away with Helena, my mate, and I love her piercings and tattoos, Chris said. Helena smiles at Chris.
We are Joan and Linda. We ran away with John and Nathan, our mates, so the 6 of us are all from the Black Forest pack,
Joan says. The rest of the misfits are all rogues that joined us in the city, and we all have our stories, primarily orphans or misfits that the packs do not want to accept, like Norman over there. He cannot hear so well. Greta refuses to shift as she is afraid it will hurt too much, and you will learn each one's story as you get to know us, Sebrina says. I'm Hunter. I refuse to shift as well. I spend most of my money on clothing, and every time I shift it gets ripped apart, Hunter says. The rest laughs as they all know Hunter. He is the fashion icon in the pack. We have decided to make Sebrina our alpha as soon as we can get a piece of unclaimed land, and we can start our pack, John says.
My grandfather had a farm. When he died, he left it to me. Maybe because he knew I would need it one day. We can use it to start, and I do not believe there are many werewolves around there, as the farm is in the desert near, but not too near. Las Vegas in the Mojave Desert, and it isn't easy to live there. But we can maybe make it work, if you guys will have a witch that cannot use magic properly,
Willow says. That will be perfect. Blaze will not look for us there, and if there are not wolf packs around, we will go unnoticed for a long time, Sebrina says.
So, what is your story, Sebrina? Why are you running from Blaze Walker? Everyone knows him, and he is a dangerous enemy,
Willow asks. Well, he is kind of my mate, but I think he wants to use me to get to Sean and Alejandra. He does not believe in the mate bond and thinks a mate weakens you. That is what Sean and Alejandra told me. I also ran away from my pack, the Redwood pack, as my sister and I are twins. We had the same mate, Josh. He chose her and he wants to kill me to make sure Josh does not change his mind. Sebrina explains her story again. They reach New York and get off the train. Sebrina calls Sean and Alejandra on their cell phone. They cannot mind link yet, as they are not a pack yet. Hi, Alpha. What the hell are you doing in New York a night early? Sean asks as soon as his phone rings. Long story. I'll tell you as soon as we're together, Sebrina says. Well, we're in a motel near the train station, Sean says. Come here. We're leaving again tonight, Sebrina says. She does not want to be in the big cities anymore, as she believes Blaze will have some of the alphas in the cities watching out for them. As you please, Sean says. The gang waits for them at the station, and it does not take Sean and Alejandra to reach the station soon. They decide to fly to Las Vegas this time, and they are as they get tickets for the last flight out. So, what happened? Why did you leave Boston so fast? Sean asks. Well, your stupid Alpha Blaze Walker is my second chance mate, Sebrina says.
No fucking way. Did you learn from Sean to make up stories?
Alejandra asks. I wish I made it up, Sebrina says.
What happens when he realised you're his mate?
Sean asks. He used Mickey as a hostage to make me accept him as my mate and alpha. But before he could take me away, grabbed Mickey and we ran. Luckily, Willow, our newest member of the Misfits, helped me at the train station to escape him, Sebrina says, and they tell Sean and Alejandra their whole story. They also tell him about Willow's grandfather's farm.
Well, at last, we can become a pack. I bet Blaze wanted to use you to flash out Alejandra and me,
Sean says. That was what I was also thinking, and that is why I ran, Sebrina says. In the meantime in Boston, Blaze is furious at his men. He walks up and down as he cannot believe that Sebrina escaped him. He cannot understand how she could get past them and get on a train to New York. Blaze has asked his friend Alpha Carter from New York to be on the lookout for them, but it has been days and he could not find them in New York, as the city is big and it can take months to find them if they are still there.
Alpha, we found a trace. They took a flight to Las Vegas, and from there they booked a flight to Dallas,
Jack says. Sebrina is not stupid. She used the money her father gave her and paid for a group of tourists to fly to Dallas under her name. She is not willing to put her pack in danger of being found. They still have a bit of money left from what her father gave her, and she still has the money she saved from working at the diner. Everyone has also put their money into buying an old pickup truck, and they are on their way to the farm Willow's grandfather left her.
What are you waiting for? Get the jet ready. We are going to Dallas, and I will go look for them myself,
Blaze says. His wolf has been driving him crazy about his mate. Blaze has not been in a good mood since he met Sebrina, and his pack understands more than Blaze does. Blaze and his wolf want their mate near them, and wants to make her the Luna of the Crimson Moon pack. Blaze will never admit it to himself. He still has it in his head that he does not need a mate. He can sleep with any she-wolf he likes, but lately his wolf refuses to let him, and he does not feel like it. All he can think about is that damn redhead.
Hi, brother. What's going on? Where are you going?
Annabella, his sister, comes into his office.
Hi, Bella. I'm going to Dallas on business,
Blaze says. He knows Annabella. She will want him to accept his mate. Annabella has heard about Blaze finding his mate, and she knows he is lying to her. She also knows there is only one person he can never say no to, and that is her. Since their parents retired and moved to the Bahamas, it has only been him and her. They still see their parents once a year, but she wants to stay with Blaze. Besides, Jack is her mate, but he is too afraid to tell Blaze, as Blaze sees her as his little sister and not a grown woman.
I want to go with you,
Annabella says. She wants to make sure Blaze does not kill his only hope of being happy. Blaze always puts his pack and family before himself, and he does not want a mate, as he is afraid it will make him vulnerable to his enemies.
Bella, you will get bored, as it is a business trip, and I will not have time to spend with you.
Blaze tries to discourage her.
I want to meet your redhead mate in person. I know you will look for her, Sean and Alejandra,
Annabella says.
You gossip too much,
Blaze says.
So, you do have a redhead mate,
Bella says.
I only want to use her to flash out Sean and Alejandra so they can come back to the pack and be the beta and gamma again,
Blaze says.
Then what? You going to kill her?
Bella asks.
We will see,
Blaze says.
I will not let you, and therefore I am going with you,
Bella says. Blaze sighs he will kill whoever told his little sister about his mate. Bella smiles as she grabs the bags she already packed and gets into the SUV with Blaze. Their pack is the wealthiest in the States, and Blaze is known as the uncrowned king of werewolves. Everyone fears him, and the Alpha and Dallas are looking everywhere for the redhead Luna and the gang with her. He is sweating as he hears Blaze is coming there himself. He looked everywhere, but it was like the Luna and her gang had disappeared at the airport and could be anywhere in Dallas, or may have already left the city. The farm and a new pack. The pack of misfits reach the farm from the map the lawyers gave to Willow years ago. She is the rightful owner of the farm, but she has given the farm to the pack. They plan to hold the alpha ceremony and make Sebrina their leader tonight. They will become a pack tonight, and Sebrina will be their alpha, Sean the beta, and Alejandra the gamma. Willow will be their local witch and the advisor to the alpha. The rest are happy with this, as they know they will also have a say in running the pack. Sebrina will run the pack, not like the other alphas. She has decided her pack will vote on everything, and she as the alpha will only lead them in war and other difficult decisions they will have to make. She will also handpick the new members, as they do not know who they can trust. Most of her members have pissed off or escaped death from someone who wants to kill them, and they will have to be careful with spies. They'll be the pack with the most enemies ever. Oh, and don't forget, the worst enemy ever, Blaze Walker. They got out of the truck. Some of the wolves ran behind the truck, as there was not enough space for all of them on the old pickup. The children and older wolves were loaded onto the truck. They see that the old farmhouse is built out of stones and is in good condition as they step out. It is big and can hold most of the pack. They know they will have to build houses and plant food that can grow in the desert. They go into the house as Willow has the key to the house. Inside it looks a bit spooky. The windows are covered with old curtains and everything is dusty. Willow wants to try a spell to clean the house, and Sebrina walks away as she does not trust Willow's magic, but doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
I can do the cleaning spell. I did it 3 times, and it worked once out of the 3 times, so I will let the brooms and cloths and water buckets work, and we will look on,
Willow says. Sebrina is not sure it will work this time, as Willow told her before that she is not very good at magic. But what can go wrong if she casts a spell on a few cleaning equipment? As Willow casts the spell, the brooms, buckets and clothes come to life, and at first it goes well. The buckets fill with water, the brooms start sweeping, the dusters start dusting. Then they turn on the wolves and Willow and start attacking them. The wolves run from the brooms, hitting them, the water buckets throwing them with water, and the dusters hitting them on the bums. The clothes start washing them. Willow tries to stop it, but it makes things worse.
Hold out for 10 minutes. My spells don't last more than that,
Willow shouts as she tries fighting off a broom, trying to hit her on the head. I guess they don't like working, Sean shouts, who is fighting off a duster that keeps hitting him on the bum. Finally, after 10 minutes, everything returns to normal, and the house looks ever worse as there is water and dust everywhere. Willow tries the spell one more time before anyone can stop her. To their surprise, this time it works. The curtains get washed, the brooms sweep, and the mops wash the floor. The dishes in the kitchen are washed, and after 10 minutes, the whole house is cleaned. Willow looks around and feels proud of herself. Well done, Willow. Except for some bumps on my head and a purple bum, I'm happy with what you've achieved, Sean says, still rubbing his bum. Yeah, the house is cleaned, and we can all go and pick a place to sleep. We will have to share some rooms for a few weeks, but that is not the worst, Sebrina says. The pack starts looking through the house and soon comes upon a library with many spell books.
I think I should start with this one,
Willow says, holding up a book called Spells for Beginners.
Great idea,
Alejandra says, rubbing her arms where the brooms have hit her. But unfortunately, there are still rooms and spots the pack has to clean up here and there, as the 10 minutes was not enough to clean all of the things in the house. The pack cleans it up before Willow tries her spell again and gets ready for the alpha ceremony. They find a goblet that they can use in the ceremony, and they find Sebrina an old dress in one of the cupboards that looks decent enough for the ceremony. The pack is excited for tonight. It is still early though, and they relax a bit. Some wolves go out to run the borderline, and others go hunting. They want to prepare a feast for tonight. The pack is ready to start training tomorrow. They are fighters, as most of them went through hard times. Sebrina is not planning on taking revenge on their packs that kicked them out or mistreated them. She wants a safe place for her pack of misfits to spend the rest of their lives in peace and harmony. Later, when her pack is settled and stronger, they might think about revenging the mistreatment of her members. For now, she wants peace and a place where all of them will belong. She looks at little Mikey and wonders who his parents were, or if they are still alive, and why they left him at a human orphanage. She will find out, and one by one she will avenge her pack, even if she has to do it herself. Well, maybe with the help of her best warriors. Sebrina knows she will one day get revenge for all of her pack members, and no one will stand in her way, not even Blaze Walker. That night, the pack gets ready to prepare for their alpha ceremony. Sebrina and most of her pack were ready for the ceremony, and the hunters brought them some meat they could prepare as a feast for the night. Willow studied her magic and came upon an easy spell she thinks even she could do. She wants to surprise the pack and practice the spell while everyone is getting ready. She was reading the book of Magic for Beginners the whole afternoon, and she realized one thing. You cannot do spells if you do not put your essence into the spell. So she needs to practice her spells with belief in herself and that her magic will work. Willow wants to make her new friends happy, and she puts her whole heart and feelings into her spell. She starts by making a simple cupcake and testing it herself, as she does not want her new friends to be poisoned or have stomach problems after eating the food she is about to cast. The cupcake is perfect, and after she practices some more, she puts all her heart and essence, and with the help of Mother Nature, she casts a spell from a feast. The feast appears in front of her eyes, and she waits for 10 minutes to see if it disappears again, but this time it does not.
Bravo! You've learned the basics of your magic, little witch. A voice speaks behind Willow. Willow spins around, ready to turn whoever is talking to her into a frog or something. Hey, no need to fight me. I am Howard, a wizard. I live nearby, and I wondered who was moving into this old place. I'm glad to see it is my old friend Wilfred's daughter, and many werewolves, Howard says.
Hi, sorry, I'm terrible at magic, and my spells only last 10 minutes, so I cannot fight you if I want to,
Willow says. Howard laughs. Don't fear, I will help you with your magic, Howard says like he likes the little brown-eyed girl with ash blonde hair.
Can you help my friend and me make this a wonderful night?
Willow asks him. Sure, but tell me where you come from and who you are running from, Howard asks.
Well, I'm Willow, and my friends are a pack of misfits that wants to start their own werewolf pack tonight. We will call the pack the Desert Wolf Pack, Willow says.
It will be my pleasure to help you guys, but you still did not answer my question. Who is your alpha? Howard says. Willow feels like she can trust Howard. He has a clean aura, and she can feel no intent of him wanting to harm them. She tells him everything, and Howard looks at her thoughtfully. I will help you. You're up against the greatest alpha of all time. Everyone is talking about Blaze Walker, even here in the desert. You will need all the help you can get if you are up against him, Howard says, looking worried.
I know, but you should meet the rest of the misfits, as they call themselves. Like me, they all went through a lot, and I can never allow anyone to rat them out to Blaze Walker. He does not believe in the mate bond, and will likely kill Sebrina, our alpha, if he finds her. He only wants to use her to get Sean and Alejandra, so he will probably kill them,
Willow says. I know Blaze Walker, and we are friends, but I will not rat you out, Howard says. He knows he is putting his life on the line by helping these misfits, but he likes Willow, and he knows Blaze Walker very well. Blaze and Howard come a long way, and Blaze has helped him in the past by paying his gambling debt. Blaze is not as bad as everyone makes him, but he only shows mercy to those he wants to. He knows Blaze does not believe in the mate bond, and if he finds Sebrina, he will kill her to claim his wolf, if he does not need her.
Promise you will not rat us out,
Willow begs Howard. I promise, and I'm curious to meet this she-wolf that is Blaze's mate. Maybe Blaze wants her because he knows he cannot live without her, but we will find out when the time is right. But for now, I will help you, and when we all have to face Blaze one day, may the moon goddess have mercy on our souls, Howard says.
Thank you. Now help me make this place look festive,
Willow says and smiles at the handsome wizard, but unfortunately her heart beats a little too fast when he is around. Willow thinks she believes in love at first sight, but he will have to prove his loyalty to them before she can think of letting him be too close to her and losing her heart to Howard. The pack walks out of their new pack house and looks at Willow, standing next to a stranger. Willow introduces them, but says nothing about him knowing Blaze for now. Tonight they celebrate their new pack and their new alpha. It is not common to see a female alpha in packs, but there were stories of many female alphas that are legends in the past. The pack feels they made the right choice by picking Sebrina as their alpha. She is strong and clever and will keep them safe as long as she can. They know she will give her life for her pack of misfits. The Desert Wolf pack will be born in a few minutes. Sebrina walks to the front of the pack. I, Sebrina Dawson, promise to be your leader and alpha. I will give my life to this pack and do my best to protect, serve, and love you as my own children. I will lead you by example and train you to become the best pack in the States, Sebrina says. She takes the silver dagger and cut her hand. She let her blood flow into the goblet, and each wolf walked forward, cut their hand, and promised loyalty to the new formed Desert Wolf pack. Lastly, Willow walks forward to cut her hand and pledge her allegiance. Then, to everyone's surprise, the new wizard does the same. The pack howls, and the rogues in the desert hear them. It has been a long time since there was a pack around here, and they run to find out if they can join. The pack goes for their run with the alpha. The rogues in the desert hear the pack running with their alpha. They feel the longing to belong to a pack again, and they start arriving over the following few days. Sebrina, Sean, Alejandra, and a few others have to listen to many stories and decide which wolves can stay and who cannot. Some they trust, others they don't, so in the end they give them all a chance, but they watch the few they are not sure about. Tricked. Blaze and Annabella land in Dallas. It does not take him long to get his men spread out all over town. He wants to find his mate, Beta and Gamma, as soon as possible. Blaze knows that rogues will go to Sebrina and her friends in the hope to be included in their little gang. No one wants to be alone in a world full of enemies, and being in a group of rogues is better than being alone. His men work all day among the rogues to find out what they know about Sebrina, Sean, and Alejandra, but they have no luck, as the rogues in the bars and on the streets have not heard about them. So either the rogues are lying to protect them, or they never came to Dallas. Blaze has a lot of influence, even among humans, as he is wealthy, and the humans do not know he is a werewolf. Blaze is only known as a billionaire in the human world, and he is single. The human girls will stand in rows to be close to him, and sometimes he used them for sex, but he never fell in love with any one of them. Here in Dallas it is no different, but Blaze has no interest in them anymore, and it frustrates him. What the hell is wrong with him? Why can he not get that redhead she-wolf out of his head? Did she put a curse on him? Bella smiles as she sees her brother struggling with the feeling inside him. He is not used to feeling anything for a woman. He never believed he would find a mate, and now that he did, he is in an internal struggle. Domino, his wolf, wants their mate by their side, and Blaze does not. Or does he? And he doesn't realize it yet. Bella looks at her brother, who is looking unhappy. Why is this redhead so crucial for him to find? She is a rogue, and they all know rogues do not last long. So if he wants her dead, he only has to wait a few months, and she will be gone forever. Bella smiles again, unless he does not want her to die. He wants his mate, and he can fight it as much as he likes, but why force her to accept the mate bond? Blaze knows accepting the mate bond is only half of the process, and it would not link them, so Blaze can trace her. Bella knows her brother's mate ran away before he could mark her or seal the bond and do the lunar ceremony. She does not blame Blaze's mate. She would be scared of him if he forced her to accept the mate bond.
We will find her. She is clever, as she tricked you into believing she is in Dallas, so her survival chances are better than the average rogue,
Bella says, trying to calm her brother down. I know, and I do not care if she dies, but I want my Beta and Gamma back, Blaze says.
Oh, maybe that is why she ran away. Perhaps she already has a male wolf that is her lover,
Bella teases Blaze. I will kill both of them. Nobody touches what is mine, Blaze growls. Then finally he realizes what he said. Blaze feels shocked at himself. That was him talking, not his wolf.
Wow, possessive a bit, big brother?
Bella asks. Don't be silly. I don't know what came over me the last few days.
Blaze admits to Bella. She is the only one he really can talk to. Since their parents retired and left for the Bahamas, he and his sister were alone in the big Alpha's house. She would come to him with her problems, and he will tell her all his. He knows she and Jack are mates, but he is waiting for them to get the courage to tell him.
You miss your mate. I've seen hundreds of women in the city you would have slept with already, but you cannot forget your beautiful red-haired mate, can you, Blaze?
Bella asks. She is the only one not afraid to tell her brother as it is. She knows Blaze has a soft heart underneath his hard exterior. Her brother is handsome. He is tall with dark hair and blue eyes that can look into your soul. He might look scary to some, but she has known her brother since she can remember, and he used to be carefree and relaxed until his father dumped the pack and all their problems on him. Blaze took the Crimson Moon pack and made them the most feared and wealthiest pack in the States. They own a lot of lands, mainly near Boston, but lately they bought land all over America and used it as farms or places they could send their enemies to work.
What a bunch of crap. I cannot afford to have any weaknesses, and a mate is a problem,
Blaze says as he walks away to his office. Blaze owns the hotel where they are staying. He knows his mate can be anywhere and in danger. He knows she still does not have a lover, as he would feel it if she made love to another male. She better not if she knows what is good for her and her lover. Damn it, he must stop thinking like this. It will drive him nuts. He walks out of the hotel to get some fresh air. His men have not found anything yet, and he starts to think like his sister. Sebrina has fooled him. She made him believe they all came to Dallas, and they did not. It means they can be anywhere. Maybe he must take one step back and start in Las Vegas. He does not even know if they were in Las Vegas. The cities are big, and to find them is almost impossible. Maybe they are still in New York. Blaze thinks of something and smiles. He has a friend in Las Vegas who knows everything that is going on there. He will give Howard a call. Back on the farm, the new pack has started their training. Howard is helping Willow with her magic. He knows he must protect Willow from Blaze, as Blaze can be cruel to anyone going against him. Blaze is his friend, and Howard owes him his life, as debitors almost killed him, and if it were not for Blaze, he would not be here today. But on the other hand, he likes little Willow, and he knows she has a lot of potential locked up inside her. The redhead alpha is getting more beautiful by the day, and he knows her beauty will soon become known in the city. That will put her pack at risk, as everyone in the city will be talking about the beautiful redhead alpha and her pack. He must make sure that stories about the pack do not spread. Howard does not know what to do. Howard is training Willow when his phone rings. He sighs. So Blaze already knows the pack is not in Dallas, and he wants some information. He shows Willow to be quiet and walks away from where the wolves are training. He knows Blaze has excellent hearing, as every other werewolf, except for the one in this pack with hearing problems.
Blaze, what a wonderful surprise. I'm not in trouble, I promise you. I've stopped gambling a long time ago, Howard says. Hi, Howard. That is not why I'm calling you. I need your help. I'm looking for a wolf. Her name is Sebrina. She is not very tall, well-built, with red head and green eyes, Blaze says. And she is here in Las Vegas? Howard asks innocently. I don't know, to be honest. She can be, or she can be in New York for all I know, Blaze says. Howard is an excellent liar, as he always had to lie to his debitors. I will ask around, but I have not heard about a group of rogues in this area, Howard says, and this time he thinks he is not lying, as the rogues have become a pack. Rogues? Who mentioned rogues? I was asking about one, Blaze says. Howard realizes his mistake. Sorry, I was thinking a red-haired wolf on her own will be in the arms of a leader, of a rogue gang within an hour, Howard says. Yeah, well, I do not believe you, and I'm flying to Las Vegas now. You better not hide something from me, Howard, or you will regret it.
Blaze says and hangs up. Howard knows he has messed up. He needs to get to the city and make sure nobody talks about the new pack. He cannot let Blaze find them. He promised Willow he would protect them. I need to go to the city, Howard says.
Why?
Willow asks him. He tells her what happened, and she looks at Howard worriedly.
I will come with you. You may need my help. We have to protect Sebrina and her pack,
Willow says. She and Howard are honest with Sebrina and tells her what has happened. Well, do not put your life in danger for mine. I will fight him if I have to, Sebrina says. Her pack is behind her, and they will fight the Blaze and his pack if they have to. We will try to keep him away, Howard says. No, you two stay here. We may need you if Blaze finds us, Sebrina says. She is sick of being afraid of other wolves and packs that threaten them. She has to take a stand, and she will take her stand against Blaze Walker if she has to. Sebrina knows Blaze has the best trained army in the world, but she will rather die on her feet than beg on her knees for mercy. Guys, I am sorry. I did not mean to rat you guys out. You have become like a family for me the past couple of days, Howard says. He feels terrible for not thinking before talking. It is not your fault. Everyone can make a mistake. Can you put a magic shield around our territory? Sebrina asks. I sure can. Or we can leave for the mountains and not come back until Blaze is gone, Howard says. He knows Blaze has strong witches and wizards with him, and their magical boundary will not hold up against them. That is if he can find us. Why don't we hide our scent? The wolves in the city have been looking for us since we settled here, and no one has found us, Sean says. We can do that as well, Sebrina says. They will take as many precautions as they can. If Blaze cannot find them, they can stay safely in their new home for another couple of months before he finds them. They're not that near to the city, and the territories around the city are large, so they can stay hidden for at least a couple of months. Besides, Blaze is looking for rogues and not a pack, so maybe when he reaches their border, he will not enter, as he will think it is another pack's territory. Blaze lands in Las Vegas with his best man and his sister. He tries to call Howard a few times, but his phone is off, and when his men try to trace Howard's phone, they come up with nothing. Howard has destroyed his phone and buried it. He also has covered all tracks of the pack with his magic. Blaze and his men start asking around in the city. Nobody remembers the rogues, but one car dealership told him that a redhead woman bought a pickup from him. He gives Blaze the address the redhead provided him, and it is the address of the Redwood pack. So, she is going home to Mummy and Daddy. But why did she run away in the first place? Blaze has a big issue with the Redwood pack, as they are trying to invade some of his territories, and he does not like it. He should have known she would have been part of a pack like that. So what does he do now? Look for Howard, that knows more about his mate and her friends? Or does he fly back and take out the Redwood pack for good? He can always come back here if she is not with her pack. He can even hold her parents hostage to flash her out. We are going home, and take care of the Redwood pack first, Blaze says to his men. They all nod, and they all think as he does. Sebrina went home and took her friends with her. Once again, Sebrina has tricked the alpha of all alphas, and this time she did not do it on purpose. An invitation to the Redwood pack. Leona is sitting in the dining room. She is finding fault with every dish the cooks put in front of her. The pack hates their new Luna. They all wish that Josh, their new alpha, had chosen the redhead. She may not be as beautiful as their new blonde, blue-eyed Luna, but she was always friendly to everyone. They knew she ran away because the new Luna wanted to kill her, and they miss Sebrina, even if she never talked or mingled with the rest of the pack. They know they used to tease her about her red hair and freckles, and they made her life a living hell. But no karma has turned against them, and the new Luna is making all of their lives hell. Even Leona's friends, from when she was a child, started hating her. They never wanted to play with Sebrina, and regret it now. Maybe if they were more friendly to Sebrina, Josh would have seen that Sebrina was the better of the two sisters. Leona has become obsessed with finding Sebrina. She wants her twin dead, and even the pack's elders disagree with it. However, her mother thinks she is the queen of werewolves, and she encourages Leona in everything she does. Mavis Dawson knows her other daughter hates her and will not let her help her if she should become the Luna of the Redwood Pack by chance. Leona does not want pups yet. Josh's parents wish to an heir to the Alpha throne for the Redwood Pack and have been pushing Josh and Leona to have a pup soon. It irritates Leona, and she takes out all her irritation on the poor Omegas in the pack. Their territory has grown in the last few months, and Leona loves it. They took out most of the smaller packs around them, and she has had her eyes set on a piece of rich land. Unfortunately, Leona is not very clever, and Josh is like her little puppy dog that does everything to keep his Luna happy. If he keeps her happy, he can do with her as he likes in the bedroom. Leona does not know that Josh's parents have replaced the contraceptives the pack doctor gave her with regular vitamin pills, as they want her to conceive. They think that if she has a pup, she will calm down and not be so power-hungry and controlling over Josh. So far, they have had no luck, and Leona is still not pregnant.
That piece of land I want so badly. What are you doing about it?
Leona asks Josh as he walks into the pack house after a hard training day. We're working on it. The wolves are strong, protecting the land, and we do not know who the land belongs to, my love. You will have it soon as we train hard every day to become stronger. I'm trying to find out who the ground belongs to, and as soon as we will know who our enemy is. We will know how to defeat him as soon as we know, Josh answers.
Very well. Any news about my ugly sister?
Leona asks. Nothing. It's like she disappeared from the face of the earth. Maybe she's already dead. You know rogues do not live long, Josh says.
Well, I will not be happy until I have her ugly head in my hand,
Leona says. She is beautiful from the outside, but Leona is a rotten, spoiled brat inside. We should have a ball and invite all the alphas from around here to join us. That way we can find out who the piece of land you want so bad belongs to, Josh says.
Oh, my darling, you are so clever. I will love to have a ball and mingle with new people. We must invite Blaze Walker. He is the most powerful alpha in the States, and we can become friends with him,
Leona says. She also heard he is handsome, powerful, and very wealthy. She wants to meet him. She can look. Leona is unhappy that she expected Josh to spite her sister. She should have shopped around a little before taking Josh as her mate. She knows the mate bond is sealed, and she can do nothing about it now. She will be hurt if Josh dies, and she does not like to be hurt. That's a great idea, Josh says, and he leaves so Leona can start planning the ball. She is in her element, and tonight he will get lucky again. It takes Leona a couple of days to plan the ball, and she sent out invitations to all the alphas around the Redwood Pack. She cannot wait for the night of the ball, and she goes to Boston to pick the best gown for the ball. Blaze and Bella sit in his office, talking about their problems with the Redwood Pack, when they receive the invitation to a ball from the Alpha and Luna from the Redwood Pack.
Wow, they try to take our land, then have the audacity to send us invites to a ball, Bella says.
Unless, my little sister, they do not know the land belongs to us, Blaze says.
Well, maybe you will meet Sebrina there,
Bella says hopefully. She is not there. My spies already told me, and I know why she is not there, Blaze says.
Do tell,
Bella says. So Blaze tells Bella everything he found out, about them having the same mate and him rejecting Sebrina for Leona, and that Leona wants her sister dead, as she is worried Sebrina will come back and Josh will reject her and take her sister.
Well, Sebrina must be very beautiful if she can steal my brother's heart,
Bella says. Blaze glares at Sebrina. Who says she stole my heart? It is bullshit. This stupid wolf inside me drives me nuts, Blaze says. Yeah, right. Blame it on the poor wolf, Domino says, and Bella laughs.
Don't worry, Domino. I know my brother by now, and I know he is just looking for an excuse not to admit he misses her as much as you,
Bella says. You two should shut up and let me concentrate on the dilemma we have on our border. I know the Redwood Pack has become greedy
and they will do everything they can to get that piece of land, as it is rich and brings our pack a lot of money every month, Blaze says. They cannot defeat us, even if they want to, and you know it. So, you're thinking of a way to flash out our mate. Domino speaks again. Bella laughs again as she can see her brother is getting agitated with his wolf.
What are you thinking, Blaze? Taking her family hostage and demanding she comes to you. Do you think she will give a shit if her family wants to kill her?
Bella asks. Maybe not her family, but her pack and the children, Blaze says without thinking what he is saying.
Wow, that is extreme to get your mate here,
Bella laughs. Okay, so what? I miss her and she is part of me, and I want her. Happy now? Blaze asks. He will not admit it to anyone else.
So, you do want to kill her anymore?
Bella asks. If being away from her is so difficult for me, killing her will destroy me, Blaze says with logic.
Why can't you be more romantic and admit you love her and can't stay away from her or stop thinking about her? Why do you always have to make it sound so logical, as if she is an object you want?
Bella says as she walks out. She feels she will kill her brother if she stays one more moment. Blaze looks at the door closing behind Bella. He knows it is true. He also knows he scared his mate, and she will run from him forever and will not come to him willingly. You always have to be so bloody hard-headed and not show emotion. I know we are the alpha of all alphas, and we got a reputation to protect, but you could have been softer to our mate. You could have talked nicer to her and not demanded that she become your mate. You could have asked her and maybe shown some love and respect. Instead, you want to flash her out by putting children's lives in danger. Do you think you will earn her respect and love by doing that, or make her think you are more of a monster than she thought? Domino talks to Blaze. I don't know how to show a woman love and respect. You and I know how my parents are. They are never true mates, as both of them rejected their mates to unite the Mountain Wolf Pack and the Yellow River Pack to become the Crimson Moon Pack. Fortunately, Bella does not know this, and I want to keep it from her. That is why I believe that I could live my life without my true mate, and why I never wanted a mate. However, that does not mean more power to me, Blaze says. He knew about his parents' secret for years, and that is why he was willing to make Jasmine his mate. Your parents were never right for each other, and that is why you banished them to the Bahamas, as you never wanted your sister to find out about their secret. They still had affairs with their true mates over the years. That was what I was trying to tell you, all these years, and why I never wanted to make Jasmine our Luna, because in the end our nature as werewolves is to be with our true mates, Domino says. They make us weak, Blaze says. No, if your Luna is willing to offer herself to you and her pack, she will make you stronger. The right Luna will fight for her pack, her friends and her alpha, Domino says. Like our little redhead Luna, she will fight me for her friends. So, where is her loyalty? Blaze asks skeptically. It would be with you if you treated her right, and not threatened her. Damn, she fled because she thought you would kill her, Domino says. How do you know that? Blaze asks. Domino goes quiet and pretends to fall asleep. Domino, answer me. I know you are not sleeping, Blaze demands. Okay, damn, don't shout at me. I talk to Ruby, her wolf, when the two of you are sleeping, Domino admits. How the hell do you do that? Blaze asks. Well, you accept her as your Luna, and I linked with her wolf, Domino says. So you know where she is? Blaze asks. No, she refuses to tell me, Domino says, and Blaze knows he is telling the truth. Because they are afraid of me. Am I that bad, Domino? Blaze asks, sounding a bit sad. Yes, and you know it. Do not look for sympathy from me. I blame you that I cannot have my mate with me, Domino says. Blaze feels guilty for scaring Sebrina, but he does not know how to show love or treat his mate. He will have to figure it out. Blaze is also a proud alpha and does not like to beg or ask for something.
Blaze gets up to go and get ready for the ball at the Redwood Pack tonight. He is not looking forward to it, but he needs to get behind the whole story of Sebrina. He needs to find some weaknesses that she has, and even if he knows everyone feels it is cruel of him, he will use them to get her to come to him. He will explain to Sebrina everything and put himself out there for the first time in his life. Blaze feels uncomfortable, knowing that he will put his happiness and future in the hands of a woman he hardly knows, but he also knows if he does not do it, he will never know what true happiness is and end up like his parents. Bella is all dressed up, as she will accompany her brother to the ball of the Redwood Pack. She will befriend their Leona, which she hears is a bitch, and find out everything about her brother's mate. However, Bella is not stupid and has figured out their parents' secret years ago, and she knows why her brother does not believe in the mate bond and wants only a Leona that can benefit him and the Crimson Moon Pack ball. Blaze and Bella arrive at the Redwood Pack ball. They brought many of their best fighters with them, as they did not trust the Redwood Pack. Blaze is tall and handsome, and every she-wolf without a mate in the hall of the Redwood Pack looks at Blaze with hope in their eyes. Maybe he is their mate. Blaze does not even spare them a glance as he walks into the hall. Leona sees the giant wolf and her heart beats faster. She looks at Josh, that looks like a boy next to Blaze Walker. If she were not the Leona of the Redwood Pack, she would have tried to make Blaze Walker her mate.
Alpha Walker, welcome to the humble pack,
Leona says. She knows Blaze Walker and his pack is wealthy, and they can only benefit from being friends with them. Walker, it is nice to meet you, Josh says. He is cocky and trying to show off in front of his Leona. Norton, I wish I could say the same, but it is not pleasant for me to meet you or your Leona, Blaze says. Leona laughs as she thinks Blaze is making a joke. He would not be rude at a ball with his hosts and an army of werewolves outside.
You are such a funny man, Alpha Walker.
Leona tries to save the situation as she can see Blaze glaring at her for laughing. Josh's father sees that there can be trouble tonight and no one wants to mess with Blaze Walker, so he walks over with Leona's father to try and save the pack and the situation. Alpha Walker, it is nice to see you again, John Norton says. He knows Blaze, and he knows Blaze does not play games. Blaze Walker only came here because he wanted something, or they pissed him off. Blaze Walker does not waste his time with packs that he can wipe out with one demand. John, good to see you, Blaze says, but then turns his back to the young Alpha and his Leona. Both Josh and Leona feel humiliated. It is like Blaze does not even recognize them as the Alpha and Leona of the Redwood Pack, and they are the fastest growing pack in this area. I see you met my son and his Leona, John says. Blaze nods as the owner announces that they will all eat first before they party the night away with some dancing. She hopes that she gets a chance to dance with Blaze Walker. Blaze and Bella take their seats. Leona ensured they sat next to her as she wanted to make friends with Blaze's sister. It will only help the Redwood Pack in the future. Blaze and Bella want to see what the Leona and Alpha of the Redwood Pack are like, and he knows that Josh was Sebrina's first mate, but he rejected her for this blonde that is not even half as beautiful as her sister. This Leona also does not have the courage and loyalty her sister has. Josh is one stupid pup.
Well, Bella, you look beautiful tonight. Where did you buy your dress? I would love to go shopping there.
Leona tries to start a conversation with Bella, who dislikes her for mistreating her brother's mate.
Somewhere you and your little pack cannot afford to shop,
Bella says rudely. She looks at Leona's dress, which is too revealing and shows no taste. Somehow she knows Sebrina is the opposite of Leona.
Well, we're growing and we're looking to expand our pack grounds,
Leona says, thinking of the piece of land they want so bad. She has talked to many Leonas at the ball, but no one knows who the land belongs to.
Well, you better make sure not to get too ambitious,
Bella says.
We're not afraid of any pack around here,
Leona says catty. You should be, as the Crimson Moon Pack does not like small wolf packs trying to take our land, Blaze says. Leona swallows hard, Does the piece of land they have been trying to take the last couple of months belong to the Crimson Moon Pack? If it does, they made a mistake. Maybe that is why their armies have been losing and cannot defeat the soldiers protecting that piece of land.
Alpha Walker, if the piece of land we have been fighting for belongs to you, we will withdraw our troops immediately,
John Norton says, and he looks at his young son with a warning in his eyes. Josh realizes that his father is warning him not to go to war with the Crimson Moon Pack, and he knows he cannot go to war with them yet.
Yes, it is my grounds, and I do not care. You can try and take it. You are losing wolves daily,
Blaze says, grinning. He knows the Redwood Pack stand no chance against him.
So that is not why you joined us at this ball?
John asks. He knows they must have done something else wrong.
I'm looking for Sebrina Dawson. I know she belongs to your pack,
Blaze says. He wants to see their reaction when he says Sebrina's name.
What has that no-good daughter of mine done now?
Mavis Dawson asks.
None of your business, Mrs. Dawson,
Blaze says.
I'm sorry if my ugly sister pissed you off, Alpha Walker. I'm looking for her, and when I find her, I promise you I will not spare her life,
Leona says.
You will do no such thing. If you touch as much as a hair from her head, I will destroy your pack personally. I want Sebrina alive to deal with her myself,
Blaze says. He knows they all think he wants to kill her, but he will not tell them that Sebrina is his mate and wants her alive and as his Luna. He can see Sebrina's father's face is pale. Does the ex-Beta feel some love for his daughter? If he does, he may spare his life.
Well, if we find her, we will deliver her to you, Alpha Walker,
Leona says. She does not know what Sebrina has done, but it must be severe if Blaze Walker wants her. Leona smiles by herself. Blaze Walker will torture Sebrina, and she will never be a problem to her.
You have 2 months at the most to get her here alive, or I will destroy your whole pack. Thank you for dinner. My sister and I will leave now,
Blaze says.
But we've been looking for her for almost 8 months now, and we cannot find her,
Mavis says.
You've been looking for your daughter to kill her. You and Leona are evil people,
Bella says, and Blaze has to hold her back as she is about to attack Mavis.
Alpha Walker, may I talk to you for a second?
Dave Dawson asks Blaze.
Sure, you can walk us out,
Blaze says. I do not know what Sebrina did, but please, spare my daughter's life. She is still young, and she never knew love in her life, not even from me, Dave says with tears.
I'm not planning on killing her, Mr. Dawson,
Blaze says as he gets into his car, and he and Bella drive away, leaving a puzzled Dave Dawson behind. Dave walks back into the ballroom and looks at his wife and Leona. He cannot believe they are so rotten inside. However, Leona feels happy as she knows Blaze Walker wants her sister and he wants to kill her himself.
We need to find Sebrina, and fast. A war with the Crimson Moon Pack is a death sentence for our pack. Damn it, what the hell had she done to piss Blaze Walker off?
John Norton says.
We have to send a message to all packs and put a reward on her head,
Mavis says.
I agree,
Dave says as he secretly smiles inside. He knows that there can only be one other reason an Alpha will go so far to get his daughter, which means she is his mate.
Well, we better start spreading the message. We need to let Sebrina know her pack is in danger if she does not come home. She is a softie and will not let the pack die because of her,
Mavis says. Leona and Josh dance the night away, and Josh can feel he will get lucky tonight as Leona is in a great mood. But later that night in their bed, as they are making love, Leona cannot stop talking about finding her sister and what her fate will be. Josh sighs. He wishes sometimes he chose the ugly sister and not went for beauty alone. But he knows he cannot break his bond with Leona, as wolves, once the mate bond is completed, cannot break the bond. He is stuck with Leona for life, and there is nothing he can do about it. He cannot change mates, and he cannot take a mistress. If he or Leona have sex with another wolf, the other will feel the pain and know the truth. After they had sex and Leona falls asleep, Josh gets up and looks at himself in the mirror. He seems small against a wolf like Blaze Walker. Josh knows even if he trains every day, he will never be Blaze Walker, and he cannot compete with him.
What do you want with Sebrina Dawson, Blaze Walker? What did she do to you, or someone you love? Did she piss you off, or is it something different?
Josh wonders. He goes back to his bed and falls asleep next to his Luna. Sometimes he feels that he lost something valuable the day he chose Leona over Sebrina. Josh shakes off that feeling and thinks about how beautiful his Luna is. So many of the young werewolves and alphas envy him, and everywhere they go, everyone always compliments him about his beautiful Luna. So why does he keep thinking about Sebrina and the hurt he saw in her eyes when he rejected her? The following day, the Redwood Pack offers a reward to anyone that can tell them where Sebrina Dawson is. They send messages to every rogue and bounty hunter, but they state they want her alive and not dead. Therefore, she should not have a mark on her, or nobody will get paid. They let everyone also know that the Redwood Pack are in danger if Sebrina does not return, hoping that Sebrina will get the message and come home to save them from Blaze Walker. Sebrina's pack has grown over the following month, and she has a lot of strong rogues that joined her pack and can learn the younger wolves how to fight. It is challenging to drive around in the desert, so they get themselves some motorcycles to get along with. Sebrina and her pack get more grounds where rogues used to live, as all the rogues join the Desert Wolf pack. They also discovered an old gold mine in their grounds and started mining it. Soon they become wealthy as they sell the gold to a dealer in Las Vegas. He is a friend of Howard, and Howard does all the dealing for the pack. The dealer Ross is an old rogue that stays in Las Vegas on his own, and he prefers not to have a pack. He lost his mate many years ago, and he still misses her.
"What do you have for me today, Howard?"
Ross asks. He knows Howard is a part of a pack with a female alpha, and although Howard is a wizard, he loves the wolf pack. He also knows Howard is greedy and will do anything for money. Howard puts the gold on the table, talking about a price.
"I hear the Redwood Pack near Boston is looking for a she-wolf called Sebrina Dawson. They're willing to pay a large amount of money, but she is not to be hurt, and they want her alive. Blaze Walker gave them 2 months to find her, or he will kill the whole Redwood Pack, children and women included,"
Ross says. Howard pretends he is not even listening. He is in a hurry to get home. He needs to warn Sebrina, so he does not fight about the price as usual, and Ross looks at Howard with a smile. He bets the wizard is off to look for the she-wolf, greedy little bugger. Ross does not know that Howard feels like he has a family for once in his life, and he needs to protect his alpha from being caught. Saving the children. Howard comes home and rushes to Sebrina's office. He got a lot of money for the gold, but not as much as usual, as he did not care about the price today. He wants to see Sebrina and warn her. Damn, Blaze Walker, using her family against her is a low blow. He will have to talk with Blaze when he can, and he will tell him off. Howard is not afraid of Blaze, as he and Blaze have been friends for a long time, but he is cautious, as Blaze is unpredictable. He cannot let Blaze know he knows where Sebrina is, so she is his mate, but will Blaze accept it? No one knows.
"Sebrina, I sold the gold, but the dealer told me something that concerns you,"
Howard says as he walks into the office. He loves the little redhead she-wolf like a sister. Willow is in the office with Sebrina. Howard is wildly in love with Willow, but has not told her yet. She is not the best witch he ever met, but she has great potential, if only he can get her to believe in herself. What did he tell you, Howard? Sebrina asks.
"The Redwood Pack has put a bounty on your head, but they want you alive. As a matter of fact, no one is allowed to hurt you," Howard says.
Why in the name of the moon goddess will they do something like that? I know my sister, and she wants my head on a platter, Sebrina asks.
"Because Blaze Walker wants you alive, and he gave them 2 months to bring you to them, and he wants you alive and not hurt," Howard says.
Blaze Walker is crazy if he thinks I care what happens to that pack. They give me hell my whole life, so I do not care, Sebrina says.
He is threatening to kill the women and children of the Redwood Pack, Howard says.
Well, that's their problem. They will have to fight him then to keep their women and children alive, Sebrina says as she remembers how even the children would tease her and the women would laugh about it. After that, she has no feelings for any of them.
They are only children, Sebrina,
Willow says. Okay, fine. Get me some of our best men, and we will go and fetch the children and bring them here. But I'm not going to save the she-wolves. They can defend themselves, Sebrina says. She will not fall so easily into Blaze's trap.
So, what is the plan?
Willow asks. I know where all the children go to school. You and Howard will become teachers there and take the children on a road trip. Bring them back here and they can stay here until the war between Blaze and Josh is over. Then, our best fighters and I will be in Boston, waiting for the bus and escort you back here, Sebrina says.
Great plan. But we have a problem, as Blaze knows me and will know when I am in Boston, Howard says.
Then Willow and someone else will go, Sebrina says.
No, I cannot let Willow land in the hands of Blaze, Howard says.
Do you have a better plan? Sebrina asks.
We will send an invitation for the school to visit the museum in New York. It is far away from Boston, and you and Willow will be far enough away from Blaze. So we will intercept the school bus and only take the children from the Redwood Pack and bring them here, Howard says.
Okay, get to work. We need to leave for New York right away. I will leave Sean and Alejandra in control of the pack, Sebrina says. They move fast and invite the school to the museum and a tour of New York. Since it is a 5-hour drive with a bus, the children will sleep over in New York for 2 days. The headmaster of the school is excited. Someone paid for the trip, and as they are a poor school, this is an opportunity that only comes once in a lifetime. The parents agree, and soon the children are on their way to New York. They drive early, and the hotel where they stay will keep meals ready for them when they arrive. The parents of the Redwood Pack are worried about the safety of their children. A few days have already passed, and their Alpha and Luna have not done much to find Sebrina. They all know Sebrina does not give a shit about this pack, and they cannot blame her. They all mistreated her. The plan to get the children in New York has worked. Now to get them safely out of New York without alerting anyone is the next step. Sebrina is not stupid. She knows Blaze may think she is still in New York, so she waits outside New York with another bus to transport the children to their pack grounds, where the children will be safe. Willow and Howard go to the hotel where all the school children gather after arriving. He freezes all the teachers, hotel staff, and the children, except those from the Redwood Pack. Then Howard tells the Redwood Pack children to get back on the bus. He knows he has to work fast. At first the children do not want to follow them, but he casts a spell on them, and they follow him. Finally, he and Willow drive away with the children of the Redwood Pack to the bus, where Sebrina and their warriors are waiting for them. The spell lasts an hour, and it will give them enough time to get away. As they reach the bus where Sebrina and their warriors are waiting, they make the children change buses. Sebrina and her warriors get into the bus and sit in the back of the bus with the children. They know they will have to let the children break their bond with the Redwood Pack, or else they cannot take them to their pack grounds. Then the parents will pick up on their children and be able to mind-link them. As the children come out of their trance-like state from the spell, they see they are on another bus, and the first person they see is Sebrina. They can recognize her, but she is so beautiful now, more than their stupid Luna that uses them to work in the fields.
Sebrina, why are you kidnapping us?
One of the teenagers asks. I am saving you. When Blaze Walker goes after your pack, he will not be able to use you as bait to get your parents to surrender, and I will send him and your parents a message that I have the children and that they are safe, which is all I care about. After that, the rest of the pack can die for all I care. Blaze Walker will then leave the Redwood Pack alone, and I will return you to your parents when the threat is over. But for now, I need you all to help me, Sebrina says.
We will help you. I think your plan may work,
the young teenage wolf says. He is the captain of the football team, and the girls all like them. Even the little ones like him, and will do as he says. Ryan Carlson is the hero of the school. Thank you for trusting me. Now mind-link your parents and tell them you are safe, and they do not have to worry about your lives anymore. Tell them Sebrina is taking you to a safe place, and that you have to break your bond with the pack for a while, Sebrina says. The young wolves do as Sebrina asks, and some parents are relieved, others are worried. Tell them to tell the parents with toddlers and babies to leave the pack for now and join other packs, Sebrina says. Again, Ryan and the rest do as Sebrina asks. They know the children have no clue where they are now. The bus's windows are blacked out, and they cannot see outside, as there is also a partition between the driver of the bus and the passengers that are blacked out. Now, break your ties to the redwood pack. Say it out loud, each of you one by one, Sebrina says, and the children do as she asks. The parents feel their children leaving the pack one by one. Some are worried that Sebrina will lead them into a life of a rogue, but others know and feel they can trust Sebrina more than their Alpha and Luna, as Sebrina is at least trying to save their children. That night, all the parents with toddlers and babies leave the pack and join the silver light pack of Alpha Martin Black. He welcomes them with open arms, as he knows that the redwood pack is in danger, and he has a feeling they will not get Sebrina Dawson in time. The other parents do not know what to do. Should they go to Josh and Leona and tell them, or let their children stay safe with Sebrina? They drive all night and stop hiding the bus out of sight during the day. It takes them a few days to get to Las Vegas, as they have to stop a few times. When they reach Las Vegas, they drive straight to the pack grounds. The children are surprised at how beautiful the packed ground is, even though it is in the desert. Finally, Sebrina gets out of the bus and accepts each child into the pack. The children will be staying in the pack house, as most of the wolves and couples have built themselves houses over the last few months. Everything is very organised, and there is even a school on the pack grounds where the children are educated. Many rogues and families of wolves living in Las Vegas have joined the new pack, and many of them had children, so Sebrina ensured they got the very best schooling. There is a football field, hockey fields, swimming pool, and much more for the children. The pack built it all with the gold they made from their mine. The Desert Wolf pack has grown and become a wealthy pack in a few months. Howard and Willow have discovered water, and the pack has drilled water holes. The Mojave Desert is hardly devoid of water. Beneath the Mojave Desert is a vast system of groundwater sourced in aquifers, underground layers of unconsolidated, porous, or fractured rock capable of containing a usable amount of water. The wolves of the Desert Wolf pack have worked hard to build their little town in the middle of the desert, and they're proud of it. They are thankful for an alpha like Sebrina that led them to become one of the wealthiest packs in the Las Vegas area, and the alphas around Las Vegas have a lot of respect for the new pack. The pack stays away from the other packs and does not mingle. The other packs respect their privacy and do not know who the alpha is, although their children compete in sports around the area. The pack parents are the only ones that go with the children. They do not talk about their mysterious alpha or her warriors. No one knows how strong the pack is. They have asked the pack to join the alpha's group in Las Vegas, but the pack declined, as they know they cannot put Sebrina, Sean, and Alejandra's lives in jeopardy. Sometimes the other pack's children come to play football, hockey, and other sports on the school's ground at the new pack, but the school grounds are far away from the pack house and the town, and nobody is allowed to go near the pack house or the town. "I want to join your pack, for good," Ryan says when he sees the school. "Yeah, the school our old Alpha and Luna are sending them to is not half as good as this one. We want to be part of your pack, Alpha Sebrina," another teenager says. "That's not my decision. It will be up to your parents. I'm only protecting you from Alpha Blaze Walker," Sebrina says. She does not want to become too friendly with the children. She walks to her office. She has work to do, and she hopes their plan works. First, she has to find a way to contact Blaze without him being able to trace her. She gets one of her IT specialists, and he helps her so that neither Blaze nor Josh can trace her IP address or know where she is. Finally, she is ready to send both of them an email. The emails. Dear Alpha Norton, you can seek as much as you want, but you will never find me. And if you and your pack do and come to me, you will wish that you stayed and fought Alpha Walker. I'm not the Sebrina Dawson you used to know. I will not let you step on me and tell my sister that she better look for me if she wants my head on a platter. She needs to stop sending others to do her dirty work. I only care about the children in your pack, and they are safe. So I do not care what happens to the rest of you. Redwood Pack. Good luck with Alpha Walker, and I hope you have learned to fight, because you will need it in the following few weeks, when your time is up, and Blaze Walker and the Crimson Moon Pack come after you. Good luck, Sebrina Dawson. Sebrina has nothing else to say. She does not even send her love to her parents. Her parents are why she and her sister never got along, as they turned her sister into a brat. Sebrina stares at the computer screen. Writing to Alpha Blaze Walker is not that easy. She found her second chance mate, and she does not know why it had to be the meanest of all the wolves on Earth who will use a werewolf's old pack to flash her out and then kill her and her friends. Dear Alpha Walker, can't catch me on my own, so you're using my old pack against me. That is a low blow. I got the children out of the pack safely, and I do not care about the rest of the pack. So go ahead and kill the Redwood Pack. In my eyes, you are a cruel leader and will kill children to get what you want. Why don't you come and look for me yourself, if you want me so badly? I cannot believe you are going through all this trouble to find Sean, Alejandra, and me, so that you can kill us. What a brave alpha you are. This is sarcastic if your IQ doesn't allow you to pick up on the sarcasm. Anyway, catch me if you can. Good luck, Sebrina Dawson. She does not know what to say to him anymore. She longs for Blaze Walker, as he is her mate, and her wolf is longing for Domino Blazer's wolf. Oh, why are you so cruel to me, Moon Goddess? Sebrina talks to Celine, the Moon Goddess, for the first time in years.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind, little one. Blaze needs you, as you need him.
Sebrina hears the Moon Goddess's voice in her head. Yeah, right. He wants my friend and I dead, Sebrina says.
Did you ask him? Or are you going on stories you heard? You do not know what is happening in Blaze Walker's head and heart. Maybe you should give him a chance,
Celine says. A chance to kill me? My pack needs me, and I cannot let them be leaderless and homeless again. My heart bleeds for these wolves, and they have a chance at a new beginning for the first time in their lives. I cannot abandon my pack and get killed. Look at them. Many are laughing and belonging again. The old wolves have a safe place to retire and live until it is time for them to join you. I love my pack, Moon Goddess, Sebrina says as she stands up and walks to the window. She looks down at her pack where the pups are playing in the streets and the adult wolves are going about their day, chatting and joking around. The warriors are fighting, and the bread from the new bakery smells heavenly. Sebrina feels startled when she sees the woman standing next to her, looking at her pack.
Don't be afraid, child. I wanted to see what you achieved from a closer view. You have done well. Your pack is growing and becoming stronger. But you know this is all practice for you because soon you'll be leading a bigger pack with your mate. This pack will become part of your new pack, and they will live in peace and harmony under the watch of Blaze Walker, Celine says. Sebrina looks at Celine as if the Moon Goddess has gone bonkers and shakes her head. Then the Moon Goddess disappears as fast as she has appeared. Well, I guess gods and goddesses can also lose their minds, Sebrina says. She hears the Moon Goddess laugh and shakes her head again. Sebrina knows she will not take any chances with her pack and their safety. She is not going to let Blaze Walker find them and destroy them. Sebrina knows they have her email address now and can trace her information if they have a good hacker. But she again puts in the Redwood Pack's address if Blaze can hack her PC, and she is not letting Blaze find her that easily. Things are not as peaceful as in the Desert Wolf Pack and the Crimson Moon Pack. Their alpha is in a bad mood. The poor ITs in his back is sweating blood as they try to trace the IP address. They look at each other as everything is scrambled and they cannot get or hack into the computer. However, the IT that does the security on the PC is good. They are suffering, and although they tried to get into the PC or tried to get information about the email address or even trace the IP address, they cannot get anywhere. The IP address is from a coffee shop in New Delhi, one of the ITs says at last, but unfortunately that is all they get. New Delhi? She just stole the children of the Redwood Pack. How the fuck can she be in New Delhi?
Do you know where New Delhi is? Blaze shouts at IT. Yes, Alpha. It's in India, the IT answers. Blaze has to hold himself and his wolf back to not tear the poor IT apart. It was a rhetorical question. Thanks for the geographical lesson, Blaze says sarcastically. Alpha, the IT that did the security on her PC is the best we ever encountered, but unfortunately we cannot get past his security, one IT says. Get out, all of you, Blaze shouts, and Jack leaves with the rest of the wolves in Blaze's office. He rereads the email, and this time he almost laughed. Bloody redhead mate. She has the guts to call him stupid in so many words. Damn, he wants her so much. He knows his life will not be boring with her around. He needs to find her. There is a soft knock on his office door. Blaze knows that it is his sister. Come in, Bella, Blaze says. He calms himself as he never takes out his temper on Bella. Blaze loves his sister more than anyone in the world, and he wishes Jack would muster up the courage to come to him and ask for her to be his mate. Jack is a good wolf and always puts his pack before his personal life. He'll be a great mate for Bella. He knows Bella is longing for her mate, as he is. At least one of the siblings can be happy, and why are they not coming to him and asking for his blessing? Bella is indeed longing for Jack, but she does not want to be happy while her brother is miserable, and she asks Jack to wait until Blaze finds his mate. She cannot stand seeing her brother so sad. He is hard-headed, doing everything wrong to get his mate by his side. She warned him that his plan to let the Redwood pack flash her out would backfire.
Hello, Blaze. I saw the poor ITs scrambling out of your office. What is happening? Did you get a message from your Luna?
Bella asks. Blaze shows her to his computer, where the email is still open. Bella reads the message and has a hard time not laughing. She likes this redhead Luna of her brother. She dares to call Blaze out and tell him he is stupid and a coward, but not directly.
Well, brother, I told you it would backfire on you. She is clever, and I do not believe she thinks you are stupid or a coward, but she said it to piss you off. You must remember you pissed her off first. So, did you find out how she got the children out of the Redwood pack without the knowledge of their parents, Luna and Alpha?
Bella asks. Not yet, but my men are working on it. Someone would have noticed a pack of rogues running around. Unless they made a new pack. That is why we have not picked up on a group of rogues in the cities. But where did they get the grounds? And where are the grounds? Blaze says. It hit him like a lightning bolt. He is bloody stupid. Why did he not think of it before?
Well, that is an interesting theory. The lands around Dallas and New York belong to big wolf packs, and we own a lot of land around those cities. Someone would have known about a new pack that moved in, even if they only got a small piece of no man's land. That leaves Las Vegas, but there are only desert lands. No pack can survive around there. However, there are packs, mainly near the city and not deep into the desert. I don't know, Blaze. Where will they get the land from?
Bella asks. Las Vegas is most likely where they are, so they will not expect me to look for them in the desert, Blaze says.
Blaze, for once will you listen to me?
Bella asks. What now? Blaze asks. He wants to go to Las Vegas and find his mate, even if he has to comb the bloody desert to find her.
Do not rush it. Sebrina is already scared to death of you, and I cannot say I blame her. If you and your men show up on her doorstep, she will fight you with everything she has, and she will even be willing to die fighting you, as she thinks you want to kill her and her friends. Email her back and write what I tell you to write, Bella says.
I'm going to Las Vegas. I do not have time to play games, Bella. I want my Luna by my side, and I hate to think she might be in danger, Blaze says.
If you do that, she and her warriors will attack your men, and she might not survive. So do as I say,
Bella says. Blaze, who was on his way out, stopped in his tracks. He knows many wolves will die, and if some of her pack members die, she will not forgive him. He knows he can protect her, but not her pack members. His Luna will hate him and not ever trust him. He better listen to Bella this time.
Fine, we will do it your way, Blaze says.
Okay, I will tell you what to write and then read it before sending it,
Bella says. Blaze sits down in front of the PC. Bella starts dictating to Blaze what to write.
My dear Sebrina,
Bella says. My dear Sebrina, are you nuts? It will sound like a lovesick puppy, Blaze says. Bella sighs. She glares at Blaze, and Blaze sighs. Fine, my dear Sebrina, Blaze says and types it.
First of all, I want to apologize about going after your old pack and promise I will not touch the Redwood pack unless they keep messing with my pack. Secondly, I do not know why you think I want to kill you, Sean and Alejandra. I do not want to kill you. You are my Luna and belong next to me, by my side, and I miss you. Since our wolves communicate, you can ask your wolf about my feelings for you,
Bella says. Blaze has long stopped typing. I'm not writing that. I will not sound like a teenage wolf, writing a love letter to his school crush, Blaze says.
Okay then, type your email and let me read it first before you send it,
Bella says. Blaze starts typing away, and when he is finished, he lets Bella read the email. Bella smiles as she reads it. It does not sound bad, and he said he loves and misses her, even if it is indirectly. Dear Sebrina, I used your old pack, hoping that you would come willingly to me, but it backfired on me. I do not want to kill you or any of your friends. I know you have your pack now, and I will respect your pack, but you belong by my side as my Luna. You already accepted me as your alpha. We belong together, as it is the moon goddess's wish. I'm not a man of many words, and I do not know how to express myself sometimes, but our wolves communicate, and you can ask your wolf what I feel. I'm a proud alpha, and it is hard for me to show how I feel sometimes. I know you are afraid of me, and I'm sorry if I scared you. It is not easy for me to open my heart to anyone, but somehow you managed to get in there. I had an emptiness inside since I saw you the first time. I know you will think I'm trying to trick you or something, and I cannot blame you. Your alpha, Blaze Walker. Bella sends it before Blaze can change his mind. Wait, don't send it. I sound stupid, Blaze says.
Oops, already sent it,
Bella says, and Blaze glares at her. He feels stupid and vulnerable. Why did he write that stupid email?